Screen is visible? Screen is visible or not? Okay, good. Okay. So how many questions are there? Okay, 20 questions and 20 minutes. Okay. So for the module number 1, we have kept the 20 questions in the 15 minutes. But for this, some numericals are also there. So 20 questions and 20 minutes. Okay. So you just need to be prepared. And the thing is, you go through the PPTs. Everything will be there from the PPT. So just carefully go through the PPT. Okay. So as PPT ऐसे ही प्रिपेयर की है कि मोस्ट ऑफली कंटेंट आ जाता है हमारा PPT में. Okay. So if you prepare for the PPT, then it is okay for the quiz and also for the exam also. Okay. So today we are talking about the module number 3, that is the data link layer. Okay. So we know that the data link layer is above the physical layer and below the network layer. It will take the service from the network layer and will provide the service to the physical layer. Okay. So network layer से वो पैकेट कैप्चर करता है, पैकेट को पैकेट में एड्रेस ऐड करके उसको फ्रेम क्रिएट करता है और फ्रेम विल बी सेंड टू दी फिजिकल लेयर. और फिजिकल लेयर क्या करता है, तो वो सारे बिट को इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक सिग्नल में कन्वर्ट करेगा एंड सिग्नल विल बी ट्रांसमिटेड टू दी मीडियम. ओके, एट द रिसीविंग साइड फिजिकल लेयर विल रिसीव दैट सिग्नल्स. सिग्नल में से बीट क्रिएट करेगा, बीट में से फ्रेम क्रिएट करेगा और फ्रेम विल बी सेंड टू दी डेटा लिंक लेयर एट द रिसीविंग साइड. ओके, so we can say that some of the services of the data link layers are, so generally this physical layer and data link layer both are working at the particular length. So within the network, when we are talking about anything, then we need to worry about the two layers, that is the physical layer and data link layer. Okay, एक बार हम नेटवर्क से बाहर निकल जाए उसके बाद ही नेटवर्क लेयर ऐड होगा, बट अभी तो हमने स्टार्ट किया है तो विद इन द नेटवर्क. ओके, सो विद इन नेटवर्क वी नीड टू वरी अबाउट द फिजिकल लेयर एंड डेटा लिंक लेयर. So, and the physical layer data link layer, we know that we have the various networks, okay, LAN, WAN, or traditional Ethernet LAN, or various types of LAN and WANs are there. So on this LAN and WAN, these two layers are working. There is the physical layer and data link layer. Okay, so we have completed about the physical layer. Now it's the turn of data link layer. Okay. So what are the duties of data link layer? So we can say that the packetizing of framing, flow control, error control, addressing, and media access control. Okay, so these are the 5 duties are data link layers, and we need to learn these 5 duties in the detail. Okay, and then we can say that our data link layer will be complete. Okay, so how the framings are going to be work, how the flow controls are going to be work, how the error controls are going to be work, how the addressings are going to be work, and there is one importance, that is the media access control. For that the whole module is dedicated. It is your module number 4. Okay, so for the data link layer we have the two modules, that is the module number 3 and module number 4. Module number 3 is data link layer and module number 4 is media access control, that is the MAC sub layer. So with this module number 3 and 4 both are dedicated to the data link layer. So we know that the 10 number ने ऐड करो. So but the 10 number છે અને song start કરેલા હતા, so that's why I have removed him. Okay, so કોઈ આવું તમે મિસ પરફોર્મ કરશો, okay, so that's why I need to remove. Okay, I don't want to take some strict action or like that. Okay, so I have removed. Okay, so the data link layer is majorly responsible for hope to hope delivery. So we know about the various types of delivery, that is hope to hope delivery, host to host delivery, and process to process delivery. Okay, also at the bit to bit delivery is also there. Okay, so bit by bit delivery, for that the physical layer is responsible. Hope to hope delivery, for that the data link layer is responsible. For host to host delivery we have the network layer, and for process to process delivery we have the transport layer. Okay, and the application layer, we can say we have the application to application delivery. Okay, so these 5 types of deliveries are there, but majorly we have the hope to hope, host to host, and process to process. Okay. What is the meaning of hope to hope delivery? So you know that if you are searching something on the Google, so your request will directly not go to the Google server. The reason is it has to pass through some intermediate networks. Okay, So this is known as the hop-to-hop delivery. Okay, so these intermediate networks are connected by routers. Okay, so that's why you can see here that there is a source. Okay, that you are using your own laptop. There is a Google server as the destination side, and if you are searching something on the Google, then you can see here that it has passed to the various LANs, various networks. Okay, and to connect the two different networks, we require the routers. So you can see here that we have the four intermediate routers: router 1, router 2, router 3, and router 4. Okay, so you can say that the router is used to connect the two different networks. Okay, and the network between these two routers, okay, the link between these two routers are known as the link. Okay, so we can see here that if the two routers are connected, then it is known as the point to point network. Same way here we have the point to point network, and these routers are connected to different networks. Okay, so you can represent these things by nodes and links. Okay, so here we know that our source is one node, destination is one node. Then we have this router 1, that is also one node, router 2 is also one node, router 3 is also one node, and router 4 is also one node, and everything is connected by link. Okay, so here we can consider this link as one type of network. Okay, here this link is also this one type of network, and this link is a one network, and this link correspond to the point to point connection between these two routers. Okay, so we can say that everything is about the node and link. Okay, so what is the meaning of hop to hop delivery? So this hop to hop delivery is also known as node to node delivery. Okay, so when your data is going from source to the destinations, first it will go through the router 1, that is the first node. Then router 1 થી જશે router 2 પર, 2 થી 3 પર, 3 થી 4 પર, અને 4 થી finally destination પર. So this is known as hop to hop delivery. Okay, and for that we have seen that in the last lecture we have seen this example that તમારે જો તમારા ફ્રેન્ડના ઘરે અમદાવાદ જવું હોય, then what the thing you will prefer that ઘરેથી તમે કાર કરો, કાર લઈને તમે રેલવે સ્ટેશન પર જાઓ, રેલવે સ્ટેશન પર તમે ટ્રેનમાં બેસી જાઓ, ટ્રેનમાંથી તમે અમદાવાદ રેલવે સ્ટેશન પર ઉતરી જાઓ, ત્યાંથી તમે કાર કરીને તમારા ફ્રેન્ડના ઘરે પહોંચી જાઓ. Okay, so this is known as the one hop to hop delivery. Okay, so same thing is happening here. Okay, but the things that are mainly important for hop to hop delivery is encapsulation and decapsulation. Okay, so what is the meaning of encapsulation and decapsulation? So we can say that જ્યારે તમે if you have decided to go to your friend's house, okay, so first thing is તમે તમારી કોઈ કાર હાયર કરી છે અને કારમાં ત્યારે તમે બેસો છો, that is known as the encapsulation. કે સુરત રેલવે સ્ટેશન પર તમે કારમાંથી ઉતરી જાઓ, that is known as the decapsulation. ફરી પાછું ટ્રેનમાં બેસી જાઓ, that is the encapsulation. ટ્રેનમાંથી ઉતરી જાઓ અમદાવાદ રેલવે સ્ટેશન પર, that is decapsulation. પછી જે નવી કાર કરો તેમાં બેસી જાઓ, that is the encapsulation. અને ફરી પાછું તમે ફ્રેન્ડના ઘરે કારમાંથી ઉતરી જાઓ, that is the decapsulation. Okay, so that means we can say here that in such type of hop to hop delivery, જ્યારે at the source and destination the encapsulation is at the source side, the encapsulation is performed, at the receiving side the decapsulation is performed. Okay, but જે intermediate node છે, okay, એ બધા node પર encapsulation and decapsulation બંને વસ્તુ perform થાય. Okay, so for example, what is the meaning of encapsulation? So જ્યારે the source has decided to send the data, the first data will send to the router 1. Okay, so for that we require the MAC address of router 1. Okay, જ્યારે આપણે decide કર્યું છે કે આપણે ડેટા ડેસ્ટિનેશનને મોકલવાનો છે, તો ફોર ધેટ વી રિક્વાયર ડિફોર રાઉટર, કે પહેલો ડેટા આપણે કોને મોકલીશું, તો ડિફોર રાઉટરને. તો તેના માટે પહેલું આપણને રિક્વાયર જોઈએ ડિફોર રાઉટરનું મેક એડ્રેસ. ઓકે, so that's why we have the ERP protocol that we will learn shortly that how the ERP is works. આપણે લેબમાંનો ડેમો જોયો છે. ઓકે, તો બધી જગ્યા બ્રોડકાસ્ટ કરે, જેના માટે રિક્વેસ્ટ પહોંચેલી છે તે ખાલી રિપ્લાય આપશે, બાકીના બધા એને રિજેક્ટ કરશે. ઓકે, તો સેમ વે આ નોડ સપોઝ બીજા 10 નોડ સાથે કનેક્ટેડ હોય, બટ આપણે ખાલી આ જે રાઉટર 1 નું છે એનું આઈપી એડ્રેસનો યુઝ કરીને આપણે ERP રિક્વેસ્ટ મોકલીએ, અને ખાલી જે આ રાઉટર 1 છે એ જેનું મેક એડ્રેસ આ સોર્સને મોકલાવશે. ઓકે, તો એકવાર આપણને રાઉટર 1 નું મેક એડ્રેસ મળી ગયું, then we need to perform the encapsulation. તો એન્કેપ્સ્યુલેશનનો મીનિંગ શું થાય, તમારું જે પેકેટ નેટવર્ક લેયર પરથી આવ્યું છે તેમાં આપણે આ રાઉટર 1 નું મેક એડ્રેસ એડ કરવાનું. Okay, so router પોતાનું MAC address, that is our source MAC, અને destination નું MAC, that is the router 1 નું MAC. Okay, so આ બે વસ્તુ MAC address સેટ થાય તે પ્રોસેસને કહેવાય આપણું એન્કેપ્સ્યુલેશન. ઓકે, ત્યાંથી ડેટા ક્યાં જશે? ત્યાંથી ઓકે આપણને ડેસ્ટિનેશન નું MAC ખબર પડી ગઈ. That means our data is transmitted to the router 1. Okay, router 1 પર બંને વસ્તુ પરફોર્મ થાય. તો પોતાનું MAC એ રિમૂવ કરશે. જે ફ્રેમ આવી છે એમાંથી પોતાનું MAC એડ્રેસ રિમૂવ કરશે અને રાઉટર 2 નું MAC એ એડ કરશે. ઓકે, સો એન્કેપ્સ્યુલેશન મીન્સ જે ડિકેપ્સ્યુલેશન મીન્સ જે પોતાનું MAC એ રિમૂવ કરશે જે ફ્રેમ સોર્સ પાસેથી આવી છે એની પાસેથી, અને રાઉટર 2 નું MAC એડ કરશે. ઓકે, સો બોથ પ્રોસેસ આર પરફોર્મ એટ ધીસ રાઉટર 1, decapsulation plus encapsulation. Okay, now એનો યુઝ કરીને તમારું ફ્રેમ આવશે નોડ નંબર 2, that is our router number 2. રાઉટર નંબર 2 પર બંને વસ્તુ પરફોર્મ થાય. પોતાનું MAC એડ્રેસ રિમૂવ કરશે અને આ જે નેક્સ્ટ રાઉટર છે તેનું MAC એડ્રેસ એડ કરશે. ઓકે, સેમ થિંગ ઇઝ રિપીટેડ ટુ ધ રાઉટર નંબર 3. પોતાનું MAC એડ્રેસ રિમૂવ કરે, રાઉટર 4 નું MAC એડ્રેસ એડ કરે. એન્ડ સેમ થિંગ ઇઝ હેપન એટ ધ રાઉટર નંબર 4. પોતાનું MAC એડ્રેસ રિમૂવ કરે અને જે ડેસ્ટિનેશન છે એનું MAC એડ્રેસ એડ કરે. ઓકે, અને ફાઇનલી તમારો ડેટા રિસીવ થાય તમારા ડેસ્ટિનેશન. ઓકે, ડેસ્ટિનેશન પર એકવાર તમારો ડેટા આવી ગયો, દેન એ MAC એડ્રેસ રિમૂવ કરશે અને પછી જે ફાઇનલી તમારું પેકેટ છે તે મોકલાવશે નેટવર્ક લેયરને. નેટવર્ક લેયરને ખબર પડશે કે આ મારા પોતાનું જ IP એડ્રેસ છે. That's why it will accept that packet. That's why we can say that at the source we need to perform the encapsulation, at the receiving side we need to perform the decapsulation. But intermediate જેટલા બી રાઉટર છે કે જેટલા પણ નોડ છે એ બધા પર બંને વસ્તુ પરફોર્મ થાય, encapsulation plus decapsulation. Okay, same way on the router 2, decapsulation, encapsulation, router number 3, decapsulation, encapsulation, router number 4, decapsulation and encapsulation. Okay, so what is the meaning of encapsulation? તો જે તમારું ડેસ્ટિનેશન છે એનું MAC એડ્રેસ એડ કરવાનું, and decapsulation મતલબ પોતાનું MAC એડ્રેસ રિમૂવ કરવાનું. That process is known as the decapsulation and encapsulation. Okay, so for such type of delivery we have the data link layer, that is known as the hop to hop delivery. Okay, so MAC address જે next તમારો node છે એનું MAC address add થતું જાય અને પોતાનું MAC address remove થતું જાય. So that is known as the hop to hop delivery, and for that the data link layer is responsible. Okay, so what are the duties of the data link layer? So we can say the duties of the data link layers are packetizing or framing. Okay, so meaning of packetizing is network layer પરથી જે કંઈ પણ પેકેટ આવ્યું છે એમાં MAC address add કરવાનું, and we need to create the frame. So that is known as the packetizing or framing. Second thing is addressing, that we need to add the MAC address, error control, flow control and access control. Okay, so we need to learn all these 5 duties in the detail. So first we will see some overview, then after we will start with the error control. Okay, so just see the overview. The first duty is packetizing or framing. Okay, so we can say that the data link layer at each node needs to encapsulate the datagram. The datagram means the packet received from the network layer in a frame before sending it to the next node. Okay, so જે કંઈ પણ પેકેટ આપણું નેટવર્ક લેયર પરથી આવ્યું છે એમાં આપણે we need to add the MAC address of the destinations. That is known as the encapsulation. Okay, and the node also needs to decapsulate the datagram from the frame received on the logical channel. So intermediate node છે that also need to perform the decapsulation plus encapsulation, and also the receiver need to perform the decapsulation. So that process is known as the framing. So how to create the frame? So for that we have the various methods are there. Okay, so that after the completing the error control we again go with the framing. તો ફ્રેમિંગમાં પણ અલગ ટેકનિક છે કે તમારું પેકેટ કેટલા તમારી ફ્રેમ કેટલા સાઇઝની હોવી જોઈએ. Then there is a concept like bit stuffing, byte stuffing. Okay, so that all thing we will see in this framing parts. Okay, then we have the flow control. Okay, so you know that the meaning of flow control is sending side and receiving side જે તમે સેન્ડર તમારો ડેટા મોકલે છે, રિસીવર તમારો ડેટા એક્સેપ્ટ કરે છે, તો આ બંનેનો ફ્લો મેન્ટેન થવો જોઈએ. Okay, so for example, if the producer produces items that cannot be consumed, accumulation of items occurs. So producer means our sender who is sending the data, and the consumer means that our receiver that is receiving our data. Okay, so So for that, we have the concept of the buffer. That buffer is used at the receiving side that will store the receiving frame. Okay, so standard બાજુથી જે કંઈ પણ frame આવે છે એ બધી frame તમારી buffer માં store થાય છે at the receiving side. Okay, but we cannot have an infinite length buffer at the receiving side. Infinite capacity no buffer ના હોઈ શકે. So what is the problem? That if the producing rate is more than the consuming rate, then buffer will be full. Okay, for example, let's say at the sending side 1 સેકન્ડમાં આપણે 10 ફ્રેમ મોકલીએ છીએ અને receiving side નો જે data rate છે that can perform only, we can say that buffer can store only the 5 frames. receiving બાજુ જે buffer છે એ ખાલી આપણી 5 જ frame store કરી શકે છે. So what is the problem? કે જે 5 frame એકવાર full થઈ જાય બફરમાં એના પછી જે extra 5 frame આવે that will be lost. Okay, so what we have to do, we require some mechanism to inform the sender to slow down the sending rate. Okay, once our buffer is full, we need to inform the receiver to slow down. We need to inform the sender to slow down. Okay, so જે રેટે ડેટા મોકલતો છે એના કરતા ઓછા રેટે ડેટા મોકલવાનો. So that is known as the flow control. So for that, various protocols are there: simplex, stop and wait, go back and, okay, selective repeat. So this all type of protocol we need to learn for this flow control mechanism. Okay, then we have the error control. So we know that data link layer પરથી જે કંઈ પણ frame create થઈ છે તે frame જશે physical layer પર. At the physical layer, these bits will be converted to the electromagnetic signals, and the signals are transmitted through the medium. Okay, so we know that there are various factors that can affect that signals. We have the attenuation, we have the distortion, we have the noise that can affect the signals. Okay, so signal per effect high, that means at the receiving side when we are creating the frame, okay, so it may possible that some of the bits are going to be changed. Okay, sending side આપણે જે bit મૂકેલા છે ના કરતા receiving side the bits will be altered, or it may possible that the all whole frames are going to be lost. Okay, so these things are possible when your data is going through the medium. Okay, so at the receiving side we require the two mechanisms. That first thing is we need to detect the error. Okay, that means જે તમે frame મોકલાવી છે એમાં એક પણ તમારો bit જો change થયો હોય, so that one bit should be detected at the receiving side. And the second thing is એકવાર તમારો bit detect થઈ ગયો, then we require the we have the two methods that we can discard the whole frame. Okay, frame માં તમારો એક પણ bit change થયો હોય, that can be considered that this one is the corrupted frame. Okay, આ corrupted frame છે, so that will be discarded, and we need to inform the we need to inform the sender to retransmit that frame again. Okay, suppose એક frame માં કોઈ પણ bit corrupt થયો હોય, so that one bit should be detected at the receiving side, and also we need to inform the sender that this frame is corrupted, now you need to retransmit that frame again. Okay, so this is known as the error detection. Okay, and sometimes there are some error correction mechanisms are there. The receiver has some algorithms by which it can itself correct the errors. Okay, so for the error detection we have the various mechanisms like the vertical redundancy checks, longitudinal redundancy checks, CRC, cyclic redundancy checks, and checksum. So this all type of mechanism we have to learn for the error detection. For the error correction we have the one algorithm or one method that is known as the Hamming distance, Hamming code, that we need to learn for the error corrections. Okay, then one more responsibility is access control. Okay, so generally if there is a point to point link, if there is a point to point link means we can say that there is only one source and there is only one destination, and that entire link can be used by only the sender and receiver. Okay, in such type of cases there is no need of the access control, there is no need of the access control. But when we require the access control, so we can say that when the link is shared by the multiple users, તમારી એક જ લિંક ઘણા બધા યુઝર વચ્ચે શેર થતી હોય, then there is a one problem that many users can send a frame at same time. Many users can send a frame at same time, which will create a collision in the network. Okay, એક જ ટાઈમે એક સાથે ઘણા બધા યુઝર જો ફ્રેમ સેન્ડ કરતા હોય, then that all frames will be collide and that will create a collision in the network. Okay, so The meaning of collision is the two frames from the two different users appear at the same time. Okay, so we'll see that concept. So we require the mechanisms to manage the access of multiple users at the same time. Okay, તો એક જ ટાઈમે ઘણા બધા યુઝર્સ જો તમારી લિંકને કે તમારી ચેનલને એક્સેસ કરતા હોય, then we require the mechanism to decide કે કયા ટાઈમે કયા યુઝર તમારી લિંક યુઝ કરવાની. Okay, so for that we require the media access control, and for that the various algorithms are there or various protocols are there, and for that the entire module number 4 is dedicated. Okay, so module number 4 is basically for the media access control, in which the various algorithms are there, various protocols are there that we need to learn. Okay. Okay, so today we are going to start with our first functionalities of the data link layer, that is the error detection and corrections. Okay, so although we have the various functionalities, but today we are going to start with the error detection and corrections. Okay, so we have seen the basic that whenever your data is going from the channel, it may possible that the electromagnetic signals are going to be affected. Okay, and if the electromagnetic signals are going to be affected, there is a change in the bit, and that one bit change should be detected at the receiving side. Okay, so how it can be represented? So it is said that the network must be able to transfer the data from one device to another device with complete accuracy. Okay, what is the meaning of complete accuracy? That whatever that is sent by the sender, that same thing should be received by the receiver. There should not be any one bit change during the transmission. Okay, but that complete accuracy is not possible. The reason is we have the various factors that can affect the data within the medium. We can have a distortion, we can have attenuation, we have noise, so that can that we can say that can affect the data during the transmission. So for that we can say that if one of the bits are going to be changed, so for reliable communications, error must be detected and corrected. Okay, so if the one of the bits are going to be changed or multiple bits are going to be changed, that should be detected at the receiving side for reliable communications. Okay, so we know that the error detection and corrections are implemented either at the data link layer or the transport layer of the OSI model. Okay, so what can be difference between these two, that we will see that the error detection and corrections at the data link layer is mainly responsible within the frame. તમારી ફ્રેમની અંદર એક પણ બીટ ચેન્જ થયો હોય, so that can be detected at the data link layer. Okay, but what is the difference between the error detection correction at the transport layer? The thing is, it may possible that તમે તમારું packet મોકલતા હોય, it may possible that the whole packet can be lost during the transmission. Okay, due to some problems or due to some buffers or due to the noise, it may possible that the whole packets are going to be lost in the transmission. Okay, so if such type of errors are happening, that is detected at the transport layer. Okay, so frame ની અંદર એક પણ bit change થયો હોય, that is detected at the data layer, but આખી તમારી frame કે આખું તમારું packages loss થઈ ગયું હોય, that is detected at the transport layer. Okay. Okay, so we know that the types of errors can be two types. It can be the single bit or burst error. Okay, so what is the meaning of single bit error? The single bit error means only one bit is changed during the transmission. તમે સપોઝ 8 બીટ નો એક ફ્રેમ મોકલાવો છો, તો 8 બીટ માંથી તમારી એક જ બીટ ચેન્જ થઈ હોય, that is known as the single bit error. And what is the meaning of burst error? If the multiple bits are changed during the transmission, then it is known as the burst error. For example, let's say there is 8-bit data is there, okay, in which only the 5th bits are going to be changed. 0 is changed to the 1. So that is known as the single bit error. Okay. And the sending side on the 5th location we have the 0, but at the receiving side on the 5th location we have the 1. So that is known as the single bit error. Okay. So it is said that the single bit errors are the least likely type of errors in the serial data transmission. Okay. You know about the serial data transmission, in which we are sending our data bit by bit. Okay. we know that the transmission mode can be either serial or parallel. Okay, parallel માં એક સાથે આપણે ઘણા બીટ મોકલીએ, but in the serial the one bit by bit, okay, we can say that one bit can be sent at a time. Okay, so in case of the serial data transmission, okay, the noise, that is a less likely type of errors. The reason is the noise must have a very short duration, which is very rare. Okay, so we know that serial માં આપણે એક 1 by 1 બીટ મોકલીએ છીએ. Okay, so એક બીટનું જેટલું ડ્યુરેશન હોય, એક બીટનું જેટલું ડ્યુરેશન હોય, તો એટલા ડ્યુરેશનનો જો નોઇઝ જનરેટ થાય, then we can say there is a chance of the single bit error. Okay, so here we know that let's say beat duration is 1 second, 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 1 second. Okay, બધા બીટ નો ડ્યુરેશન 1 second છે. So to generate the single bit error, we know that the duration of noise should be only 1 second. ખાલી એક જ બીટ ચેન્જ થવા માટે નોઇઝનું ડ્યુરેશન આપણું 1 second હોય, then we can have a single bit error, and that is very rare case. Noise હંમેશા we can say that noise has a duration that is larger than the bit duration. Okay, so there are very rare case that only single bit are going to be changed during the transmission. Okay, so for example, if data is sent at 1 Mbps, that 1 second માં જો આપણે 10⁶ bit send કરતા હોય, then we know that the bit duration is 1 upon 1 million second. So we can say that 1 microsecond. So 1 second માં જો 10⁶ bit send થતા હોય, okay, so 1 bit માટે કેટલો time જોઈએ? So we know that the time required is 1 microsecond. આપણે TDM માં જોયેલું હતું, okay, time division multiplexing. એમાં જ્યારે આપણે ઇનપુટ ડ્યુરેશન ફાઇન્ડ કરતા હતા ત્યારે જોયેલું કે 3 લિંકની સ્પીડ જો 1 Mbps હોય, the time required for 1 bit is the 1 microsecond. Okay, so for a single bit error to occur, the noise must have a duration of only 1 microsecond, which is very rare. Okay, so ખાલી એક જ બીટ ચેન્જ કરવા માટે the noise નું duration આપણું કેટલું હોવું જોઈએ? તો 1 microsecond જેટલું, and that is very rare. That's why we can say that the single bit errors are the least likely type of error in the serial data transmission. Okay, then we have the burst error. So we know that burst error means the multiple bits are going to be changed during the transmission. Okay, so અહીંયા આપણે જોઈએ કે 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, 4 5 6 7 8, these 5 bits are changed. Okay, 0 નું 1 થયું, 0 નું 1, 1 નું 0, 0 નું 1 અને 0 નું 1. Okay, so that is known as the burst error. So multiple bits are going to be changed during the transmission, that is known as the burst error. Okay, but it is not likely that every time these are the consecutive errors. Okay, અહીંયા 5 એક સાથે ચેન્જ થયો એવું ના બને. Okay, it may possible that એક પહેલા લોકેશન પર ચેન્જ થઈ જાય, એક 5મા પર ચેન્જ થઈ જાય, એક 7મા પર અને એક 11મા પર. Okay, so that is known as the burst error. Okay, so here we can say that the one bit is changed at the second location and another bit is changed on the fifth location. Okay, બીજા લોકેશન પર 1 નું 0 થયું અને પાંચમા લોકેશન પર 0 નું 1 થયું. So that is known as the burst error. Okay, so જ્યારે burst error find કરતા હોય, at that time one important criteria is burst length. Burst length મતલબ અહીંયા જોઈએ આપણે કે બીજો બીટ ચેન્જ થયું અને પાંચમો બીટ ચેન્જ થયું. Okay, so the difference between this 5 minus 2 is 3. We can say that our burst length is 3. Okay, so the duration in which there is a chance of the error, that can be between the second bit and fifth bit. So that is known as the burst error. Okay. So the burst error means that 2 or more bits in the data unit have changed from 1 to 0 or from 0 to 1. Okay, so burst error does not necessarily mean that the error occurs in consecutive bits. So the length of the burst is measured from the first corrupted bits to the last corrupted bits. Some bits in between may not have been corrupted. So the meaning of this burst length, okay, the burst length is જે પહેલું bit change થયું છે અને જે છેલ્લું bit change થયું છે એ બે વચ્ચેનું distance. So that is known as the burst length. Okay. So it is said that the burst error is most likely to happen in the serial transmission, since the duration of noise is normally longer than the duration of a bit. Okay, so the number of bits affected depends on the data rate and duration of noise. For example, data is sent at a rate of 1 kbps. Okay, then a noise of 1 upon 100 second. So then the noise of 1 upon 100 second can affect the 10 bits. Okay, so we can say that 1 kbps means 1 second માં આપણા 1000 bit send થતા છે. Okay, 1000 bits એમાં we have the duration of noise is 1 upon 100 second. Okay, so we need to multiply this 1000 bit. 1000 bit પર આપણી 1 upon 100 second ની કેટલી ઇફેક્ટ થાય એ જોવી હોય, then we need to multiply this 1000 bit with 1 upon 100 second. So 1000 into the 1 upon 100, so the value is 10. Okay, so 1 kbps ની સ્પીડે જો તમારો ડેટા ટ્રાન્સફર થતો હોય એમાં 1 upon 100 second નો જો તમારો નોઇઝ introduce થાય, then it will affect the 10 bits. Okay, another example is 1 mbps. Okay, 1 mbps ની સ્પીડે જો તમારો ડેટા ટ્રાન્સફર થતો હોય, that means 1 સેકન્ડમાં આપણા કેટલા bit send થાય છે, તો 10⁶. Okay, 1 સેકન્ડમાં આપણા 10⁶ bit send થાય છે. Okay, then a noise of 1 upon 100 second. So 10⁶ into 1 upon 100 can affect the 10,000 bits. So what is the conclusion? જો તમારો ડેટા રેટ હાઈ હોય, જો તમારો ડેટા રેટ હાઈ હોય તો ઓછા ડ્યુરેશનનો નોઇઝ પણ વધારે બીટને અફેક્ટ કરાય. ઓકે, જો તમારો ડેટા રેટ હાઈ હોય તો ઓછા ડ્યુરેશનનો નોઇઝ પણ તમારા વધારે બીટને ઇફેક્ટ કરે. So that's why we can say that this such type of application is in the serial transmission, in which the duration of noise is longer than the duration of a bit. Okay. Okay. So this error controlling and the data link layers are mainly related with the two parts: error detection and error corrections. So error detection means to decide whether the received data is correct or not without having a copy of the original message. Okay, so error detection, suppose બે વસ્તુ તમે મોકલાય, suppose hello નામનો મેસેજ મોકલાયો, okay, અને રિસીવિંગ સાઇડ પણ તમારી પાસે hello છે, તો તમે કમ્પેર કરીને કહી શકો કે બધું બરાબર છે કે નહીં. Okay, so if you have sent the hello and also you know that the sender એ મોકલાયું છે hello. Okay, so તમે કમ્પેર કરો h ને h સાથે, e ને e સાથે, l ને l સાથે, l ને l સાથે અને o ને o સાથે, અને પછી તમે કહી દો કે મેસેજ તમારો બરાબર છે. ઓકે, ઇટ મે પોસિબલ e નું f થઈ ગયું તો ઓરિજિનલમાં તમારો h ડબલ l છે. ઓકે, અને તમે જે રિસીવ કર્યું તમે hf ડબલ l છે, તો તમે કહી શકે કે e ની જગ્યાએ f ની જગ્યાએ e આવવું જોઈએ. ઓકે, બટ એરર ડિટેક્શન મીન્સ આપણે એરર ડિટેક્ટ કરવાની છે, બટ વી ડોન્ટ હેવ ધી કોપી ઓફ ધી ઓરિજિનલ મેસેજ. આપણે સ્ટેન્ડર્ડે શું મોકલાવેલું છે આપણને ખબર નથી, તો પણ આપણે એરર ડિટેક્ટ કરવાની છે. Okay, so that is known as the error detection. So for that we have the different mechanism. So one concept is redundancy, which means adding extra bits for detecting the errors at the destinations. Okay, so you know some of the concept like the even parity or parity, that also we will see. Okay, so this is known as the concept of redundancy, which means adding extra bits for detecting errors at the destinations. So how it is going to be work? So let's say we have the original data, that is 101 and some of the zeros and 10101. So we have the generating function. What is the meaning of the generating function? So the function will apply some function, a mathematical function on this data, and it will generate some extra data. So that is known as the redundancy data, or we can say the redundancy check. Okay, so along with the original data also we are sending the redundancy data. Okay, so this is our original data plus 101101, that is our redundancy data. Okay, now everything is received by the receiver. Receiver has the checking function. Okay, so what this checking function will do, that it will apply the same thing on this original data. જે function આપણે sender side apply કર્યું છે, same function we need to apply on this original data, and then we are generating this new redundancy at the receiving side. Okay, so receiving side જ્યારે આપણે checking function apply કરીએ અને ત્યારે જો ફરી પાછી આપણે આ 7 વેલ્યુ જનરેટ કરીએ 1 0 1 1 0 1. Okay, so if the both values are same, okay, receiving side આપણે ચેકિંગ ફંક્શન એપ્લાય કર્યું અને ફરી પાછું આપણે જનરેટ કર્યું 1 0 1 1 0 1, then you can say that the both value then you can say that whatever the sender has sent, that is correctly received. Okay, and if these values are not exactly matching, okay, receiving side આપણે જે વસ્તુ જનરેટ કર્યું છે તે સેન્ડર જે રિડન્ડન્સી મોકલાયું છે એની સાથે મેચ નથી થતું, then we need to discard that data. The reason is it is not matching whatever the sender has sent. Okay, so this is very simple, we can say the simple topic, but it is useful at many areas of our computer engineering. Okay, it also used for this error detection corrections, like in the security there is a concept of hashing. There is a concept of hashing in which if you want to check તમે જે કમે data મોકલાયો છે that as it is received or not, so for that we are using the concept of hashing in the security. Okay, so in such type of the hashing mechanism also we are using the same functionalities, or we can say the same algorithm, in which sender side we have the one function that will generate some data. That data we need to append with the original data. At the receiving side we need to apply the same function, the hashing function, on this original data, and whatever result is there, that we need to compare with the whatever the sender has sent. And if the both values are same, then we can say that sender the data is correctly received by the receiver. Okay, so but for here we need to use the redundancy for the error detection and corrections. Okay, so only for error detection. For the correction we cannot use the redundancy. Okay, so in the detection methods we have the three methods. One is the parity check. Okay, we'll see that parity check means the redundancy checks. Then we have the cyclic redundancy checks, that is the CRC, and we have the checksum. Okay, so parity check means a parity bit is added to the every data unit so that the total number of ones becomes even for even parity check and or for odd parity check. Parity check can be either even parity check or it can be the odd parity check. Okay, so at the senders node we know that this is our original data, then we need to calculate the parity bit. Okay, so અહીંયા જોઈએ આપણે number of one કેટલા છે, the number of ones are 3. So which parity we are following? We are following the even parity check. If we are following the even parity check, then the total number of ones should be even. Okay, so 3 1 છે. Okay, so 3 1 છે, then we need to add the extra one to make the equal to make the even number of ones. Okay, so તમારા number of ones જો already even હોતે, then we need to add the 0. Okay, but તમારા number of 1 છે odd, that means we need to add the extra one to make the all one as a even. Okay, so that data will be sent, that will be received, and at the receiving side what we have to check, we need to count the number of ones. We need to count the number of ones in your data that is sent by the receiver. If the number of ones are even, that means the data is correct. The number of ones are even, that means the data is correct. Okay, if the number of ones are not even, that means we can say that some of the bits are changed during the transmission, that means it will reject the data. Okay, so suppose the sender wants to send the word world. Okay, sender એ world નામનો કોઈ word મોકલાવું છે. So how it is going to be work? So first we need to convert this every values into the ASCII. Okay, for the characters we are following the ASCII format, so that's why we need to convert this all characters into the ASCII value. So W ની ASCII. Okay, so W ની ASCII કેટલી થશે? તો okay, decimal માં જે કઈ value આવશે એની we need to convert it into the binary. So that value is 1110111. Same way O ની value કેટલી થશે? Okay, so 11041, R ની 1110010, L ની 1101100, and D ની 1100100. Okay, so what we have to do, we need to add the even parity bit. So અહીંયા જોવાનું number of one કેટલા છે? Number of ones are 6. So already number of ones are even, so the parity bit will be 0. ઓકે, અહીંયા જુઓ નંબર ઓફ 1 કેટલા છે, તો અહીંયા પણ ઓલરેડી નંબર ઓફ 1s are even 6 છે, તો all the 6 is a even number. Number of 1s are even, so the parity bit is 0. Okay, અહીંયા જુઓ number of 1s are also even, parity bit is 0. Number of 1s are even, parity bit is 0. અહીંયા ખાલી odd છે, so number of 1 અહીંયા કેટલા છે, 3 છે, odd છે, so parity bit will be 1. Okay, so this is the data that will be sent by the sender. Okay, તો receiver શું કરશે, તો receiver will count the number of ones in each group. તો અહીંયા કેટલા છે, અહીંયા 6 છે, ઓકે, અહીંયા 4 છે, અહીંયા પણ 6 થશે, અહીંયા 4, અહીંયા પણ 4 1 અને અહીંયા 4 1. ઓકે, so it is correct. Okay, it may possible that કોઈ એક બીટ તમારો ચેન્જ થઈ ગયો છે, તો આ 1 નું થઈ ગયું તમારું 0, આ 1 નું થઈ ગયું તમારું 0, તો નંબર ઓફ 1 કેટલા થાય, અહીંયા 3. ઓકે, તો એક પણ વેલ્યુ જો ઓડ આવે, કે તમારા ગ્રુપમાંની કોઈ પણ વેલ્યુ જો ઓડ આવે, that means that data is corrupted during the transmission, so we cannot accept such type of data. Okay, so અહીંયા એ લોકો કયો બીટ ચેન્જ કર્યો, so now suppose the word is example 1 is corrupted during the transmission, so કયો બીટ ચેન્જ થયું છે અહીંયા. Okay, so for here the fourth bit is changed. Okay, પહેલું જે ગ્રુપ છે એમાંનું fourth bit ચેન્જ થયું, તો અહીંયા પહેલા 0 હતું, પછી થઈ ગયું આપણું 1. ઓકે, બીજામાં કંઈ ચેન્જ નથી. ઓકે, ત્રીજામાં પણ ઓકે, ત્રીજામાં પણ આ પાંચમું બીટ છે, 0 થઈ ગયું આપણું 1. ઓકે, અને there is no change for the fourth group, there is no change for the fifth group. Okay, so when you count the number of ones at the receiving side, okay, you will count that number of ones are 7 here, અને જે આ ત્રીજું ગ્રુપ છે એમાં number of ones are 5. So we cannot accept such type of data. The reason is number of ones must be even for every group. Okay, so what the receiver will do, receiver જે કંઈ પણ મળ્યું છે બધુંને કાઢી નાખશે. Okay, that will discard them and it will ask the sender to retransmit that frame again. Okay, you can have exercise that write the ASCII code of word whole using the even parity. કંઈ નહીં કરવાનું, h ની ASCII વેલ્યુ, o ની ASCII વેલ્યુ, l ની ASCII વેલ્યુ અને e ની ASCII વેલ્યુ એટલે બાઇનરીમાં કન્વર્ટ કરવાનું. then you need to count number of 1 even છે કે odd છે. ઓકે, number of ones જો તમારા even હોય તો 0 એડ કરવાનું, number of 1 જો તમારા odd હોય તો 1 એડ કરવાનું. Okay, so 4 type of redundancy checks are used in data communications. Okay, so these are known as the VRC, LRC, CRC, and checksum. Okay, so that we will see in the next lecture on Wednesday. Okay, so we have the vertical redundancy checks, and that is same as our parity check. Okay, LRC, longitudinal redundancy checks, CRC, cyclic redundancy checks, and checksum. Okay, so just be careful about this all mechanism. In exam, one questions definitely will be there for CRC or for LRC or VRC or checksum. Okay, and these programs also you need to implement કે કઈ રીતે VRC, LRC અને CRC વર્ક કરે છે એના પ્રોગ્રામ પણ તમારે લેબમાં ઇમ્પ્લિમેન્ટ કરવાના છે. So just be careful about all these redundancy methods that we will see in the next lecture.